that kills the power to the key switch.
So that disengages, that's done. It's over with then. It ain't gonna crank or do nothing.
That's right.
Then.
So anyway, open it up. You see how big that drum is compared to what size? That's how much.
So there they are right there.
4 bolts.
Right.
And they're double-edged knives, so you can flip them
you
over.
Flip them over and
that's
everything.
Right. So there's 4 knives like that, and they're staggered at 90 degrees apart all the way around.
Okay, I got you.
See how deep your pocket is here to be able to collect chips?
Oh,
Plus,
yeah.
we weld out inside and out. Now, we put a 5-year, 3,000-hour warranty on our slide box and our drum assembly because we build that ourselves. It's not coming apart unless you run a piece of steel through it or something.
I got you. So that's pretty simple to get to, just to get to that. Do you got to torque them bolts down or just
180?
180.
Yes.
So they do need to be torqued.
Yes, sir.
And everything.
You can use air to take them off. You can use air to put them back on, but don't snug them up with air. You just put them on, get them started, and then take your torque wrench and lock them down.
Do I need to put any Loctite or anything
No,
on
do
them?
not put Loctite or anti-seize on them because they will not seat right. That's what the torque
so
is
just
there
torque,
for.
just torque on the 180 and you're done.
As long as I've been selling chippers, there's no problem with our knives unless they're not torqued right.
I got
Or
you.
you put, we've had people put, they think, oh, I got to put Loctite. No, you'll never get them off. Then you'll end up cutting off, and you can mess up the pockets too when you do that.
That's a substantial drum right there, man. So you just all you do, wear these knives, and flip them.
Yep.
And then
so when you take them out, also the other thing is make sure you clean your pocket, clean your bolt holes too.
Yeah,
blow
air, yeah.
But your knives, you want to take a scraper of some type and just scrape them.
Get that film.
Don't use a die grinder or anything, just a scraper or something, because it'll get that wood pack on it too.
That's right.
You want to clean that and then clean your pocket where it sets in. That way you get a flat surface.
I got you.
Both of them will fit in there just right, and then your torque, when you torque your bolts, it'll be in there flat.
Right. So it's basically, it would be like putting something in there had paint on it or whatever. You'd want to clean the paint off and everything. So that's all it is right there. What about, all right, so I know on like the large chippers, I've been around them, the Petersons and stuff like that before, and they've got like an anvil in there that knife.
Bottom, we're going to get to that.
Okay, we're fixing to get that. Okay, all right.
So I had to show you knives first because we're going to open.
Okay.
And also there's a pin here to be able
to lock it in. Okay, I was wondering about that.
Catch on the side.
It'll
slide in. And
so every now and then down around that drum, you got a place where you can stick that pin in.
Remember, always put that back in after you take it. After you put it in, because it never works its way out. It only works its way in.
Yeah.
And you can have a problem that way.
I bet.
So that's what you use. Change your knob to
hold them,
to unbolt them, and then torque them back down. And locks the drum.
I got you.
Well, too, I know this from yesterday. Tell me about that breaker mark.
Yeah, that's
It makes me nervous, you know, to be honest with you.
In the event that, say I drop the bolt down in here, take a magnet to get it out, or start praying.
If you got a magnet that you can bend and get that to work, that's fine. But usually what you have to do is take the anvil out the bottom and
get it in.
Yeah.
So just don't drop a bolt there, right? Gotcha.
It's not. So right here, also notice what we have is called a rope shear bar.
I see that right there, where it's got a knife right there on it.
There's 2 little knives. They're about that wide, but there's 2 of them. It's split in the middle. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's 2 of them on there, and those are set at the same gap that our anvil is in the bottom.
Okay, so it'll, boy, it is close. So it'll slice that rope in the event the rope gets
ever got pulled in, or a climbing rope, or your winch rope.
Boy, that I've watched some videos on that, and that ain't no joke, son. Some demonstrations.
Right.
That ain't no joke there, buddy, because once it grabs in that drum, it's like that quick and it's over with.
It is. That's why we
so
this bar itself with the knives on there, once you take that out after about 50 hours or so and just check your torque on it, it's a little bitty bar. I think it's like 16, 18 foot-pounds. It's a little small Allen head.
Right.
You just want to check your torque on them and make sure.
So that's on the knives. And say, I feel them. Don't roll. I feel them up under there.
That's right. That's why we want you to make sure when you roll, if you roll the drum, we like to use cut-proof gloves or a hammer handle or something where you're not reaching in, because if it slips, that's where you're going.
It's going to cut you. Yeah, it's going to cut your finger off.
So this whole bar comes out. You see, you got bolts, and it comes out this way. And when you take it out, you want to take it out and have it away from you this way. That way the knives are facing away from you. And just check your torque on it. Now those are Loctited in.
Okay, so those you said 16, 18 foot
I
pounds.
think that's what it is. It's in the book. It's one of those two, somewhere in that range. But all you're doing, those knives, you may not change them for, I don't know, 500 hours or more, because they're not doing anything. They're not doing any work unless a rope goes
in there.
The only thing we want to do is make sure that they're there and they're tight.
Gotcha.
That way you don't have any kind of slippage and one comes undone and catches your knives when it comes around. So,
I got you.
But you do want to check those.
I got you.
And that's idle speed.
All right.
Always want to engage the clutch at idle speed and disengage at idle speed.
Okay.
I want you to look at something, make sure you know. This is how I usually can tell if the auto feed's working or not. Well, first thing is, lights on.
Lights on.
No, the feed wheels are not going to turn right.
That's right, because the winch cable's not tied on it and everything.
We'll pull it and see if it goes tight. There you go.
Okay.
Light went off.
All right.
The feed wheels turn
No.
because the auto feed's on. That means it's not at full RPMs.
Okay.
The feed wheel, so it's sensing wood being in it. It doesn't know it doesn't know what it's in.
Right.
Or what it has. But the feed wheels won't turn until it's at full throttle.
Till it's on up at throttle then.
So I'm gonna leave it there so you can see it turn when it.
So even if you were to engage this right now at an idle, those speed wheels are still not going to turn. If you took this out of neutral, then they're still just going to sit there then. Okay.
And that's why it's like a sensor. It's a sensor to not release fluid to the feed wheel.
Okay, gotcha.
Till the drum gets to a certain RPM.
Engine.
Drum has nothing to do with whether the auto feed works or
Okay,
not.
gotcha.
It does have something to do whether it works correctly after if the belts are slipping because the drum's not turning fast enough, but it has nothing to do with where the feed wheels will actually turn.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm gonna let you do this, and I'm gonna do it the first time.
Okay, all right.
It's a spring-loaded clutch. Down is engaged.
Right.
And it's pretty heavy-duty spring-loaded, so you put both hands on it, and then you're gonna bump.
You'll feel it.
First time, and then we want to check to see if the belt will turn. That way we know
Okay.
the drum's not jammed up.
Okay,
So now we're
I got
bumping
you.
A couple times. We're trying to match the RPMs of the drum with the RPMs of the engine.
Okay, just keep nudging it till it comes on up till you get some speed going on it then.
Same thing as a clutch on a car. You're just trying to match those RPMs.
Just feathering it is all you're doing.
And then you're ready to go.
Okay.
Then you'll throttle it up. You got a rabbit and a tortoise. So.
I got you. And you just run it till it bottoms out wide open and
It's got a
everything.
governor on it. It'll only go so far.
It'll only go so far, but you're gonna run it at full RPM.
Only way it'll work.
Okay.
I'm gonna throttle down. This is simulate wood going into it.
Okay, all right. Okay, it goes in the top up there. All right.
Pull the keys out, stick them in your pocket.
Right.
Because we're going out.
So it's completely locked out now.
So there's your anvil.
Okay.
If you can see it, I'll let you.
Yeah, I see it right there.
Okay, so there's 5 bolts mounted.
That's right.
All right, so this is what. Again, I don't like doing that.
Right.
You see your 9?
I see it. Yeah, you ain't got to do it. I see it right there where it goes. And that clearance is set and everything. I don't have to do anything to that, right?
Unless you change your knives or your anvil wears, you'll eventually, because that's underneath.
That's right.
The anvil mounting bolts
Or underneath, they screw up from the
and
bottom.
it's got adjustment bolts to slide it in and out.
Okay.
It's a 2-man job really to do.
Okay, I got you.
Before we go any further, let's see. Here.
You know, it would probably be a good idea like that right there, and even going ahead and pulling that safety out up there on top too, and that way,
Yeah, which is fine. You can always,
you're being double redundant, you know, fixing it up. Wind is kind of bad this morning, but that was when did the startup on the chipper. That guy, he came over from around Atlanta, and came over there and went over the whole machine with me there at the dealer, because prior to that, I, you know, just other than just feeding stuff into a chipper with Johnny and them, that was the only experience that I had with one. I never had anybody to go over one, and it's kind of neat watching that and editing that. And now that I've ran that chipper and chipped a good bit with it, because him going over it and me watching again, I'd seen some things and remember some things that he had said to me. But that chipper is that thing is pretty cool. It's it just runs. I mean, that thing just runs. But that was at Trax Plus, our local dealer here in Columbus. So hope you enjoyed all that, and gonna get back. I'm fixing to go look at a job here in just a second, and then I got some other stuff to do, some other stops to make here this morning. So we'll catch y'all later taters. Oh, if you need some tree work done, my email's right down below. Grab my email right there and send me an email, and I'll get back with you and we'll get together. See y'all.